What up guys, Chef Beardsly. We got the Redcat Vigilante. I haven't taken this part off, I just lifted it up. We're gonna do a little unboxing. I'm gonna do some wrenching in this video too. I'm gonna thicken up the center diff. All the videos I've seen it run stock. It's too thin for me. Be careful when you do that, don't overpack or whatever, but I'm gonna thicken them up. I'm a big Fisco guy. This is stuff that comes out. I'm not really the guy who goes over all this. It does look like it has pretty diesel shock shafts and whatnot. But again, I'm going to thicken the diffs up right out of the box. I'm also going to do a comparison in this video and a run video, the next video on this, of people always compare this to the X-Max, which I understand. Chassis is very, very similar. But everybody's like, it handles like an Outcast or it handles really good. So I'm like, I understand why people, it's more of a monster truck and people compare it to the X-Max, but I think it should be compared to the XRT. So we're going to compare it to the XRT because if it handles that good, the XRT handles really good and it has the same kind of chassis as the X-Max and this. I think that'll be a better comparison. I used to have an X-Max. You can go back to my old videos. I was meh about it, but I love the XRT. So I feel like this is going to be a better comparison with this, just from what I hear on how it handles. But all right, let me stop talking. Let's take this off. All right, let's take the box off. Whoa, I am. Oh, buddy. I love the body from the pictures and stuff I see in videos. I used to have a square body Chevy, so it just reminds me of my old truck. Hell yeah. So that has something in it. Tires do not come mounted on it. Man, that's a cool looking body. My buddy KGM got one and he had paint chipping on his body right out of the box. I'm gonna go check that out and make sure. There's stuff in this box too. And then under here, you're normal. You got your nuts for your tires, extra stickers and tire wrench and antenna tube. Normal. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. Here. Okay, so that's zip tied. Alright, so I cut the box around it, obviously, as you can see, with the machete that was in my side-by-side. And it's zip tied down. And I'm going to call out Guy, RC Guy Garage, on this. When he was unboxing his, he said zip tie. And he coined the phrase zippy ties. So, I don't know what you're doing, Guy. I don't know what you're doing. But we're going to use his phrase, cut the zippy ties. Boom. Man, it's a cool looking body, man. Let's see. Oh, there's zip ties on the front too, not just the arms. I'm pretty sure there's probably one on the rear. Yep. Now it should come off this. There we go. Get this out of here. Damn. So these are aluminum here, which I'm gonna Loctite some stuff before our first run. I do like that it comes with limiting straps already, because if you guys follow my videos, my Outcast 8S, once I put RPM arms on, it overextends in the rear. So I took the shock apart and put little pieces of rubber on the underneath the piston inside the shock to limit the shocks so they don't overextend and haven't broke a rod end since. So this already comes with them with limiting straps, which is pretty cool. Let's pull these body pins. I do like how there's some protection there. And from what I see, my body is mint, KGM, no paint messed up. I do like how there's plastic, pretty decent sized thick plastic, because even on the Outcast, the shock towers push up through here and you get nipples through the hood of the truck. Controllers zip tied to there. This controller has a flashlight on it, and I don't know why, but It's honestly kind of cool. So if you look in the front, there's a little LED. It's your typical fly sky, I think. I think they come with fly skies. 3-channel. No, 4-channel. Actually not bad. The grip actually feels pretty good for a stock RTR. Hell yeah. Beautiful. So again, we're gonna have to solder on my own connectors for my batteries. This looks like a Max 6 ESC. It does come with Hobby Wing electronics, but they're rebranded as what's it called, Redcat. But this looks like a Max 6. I actually have a Max 6 in one of my rigs we'll look at, but I'm pretty sure it's a Max 6. I think it's a 1250, yeah, 1250 kV with a decent sized fan on it. Heat sinks rattles around. I did notice Guy and KGM had issues with clearing batteries. I have my batteries with me. I'm going to try some things, but I think it's super impressive that it comes basically with a Max 6 out of the box, because almost, not everybody, but almost everybody and their brother puts a Max 6 in an not Outcast, in a X-Max or an XRT. Like my XRT has a Max 6 on in it because the traxxas ESCs are eh. So this coming out of the box with one is pretty sick. Again, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it's a Max 6 in there. It's no Max 5, it's definitely smaller. But actually it looks pretty good. The steering's nice and tight, no slop. The only thing that I'm kind of weirded out about is up here, how these are connected. I don't think I've seen anybody break one yet, but I didn't watch too many videos. Man, it actually feels pretty diesel. I do like how this is supported in the middle. Yeah, it's basically a 2-piece chassis. Oh, that's actually the servo saver is actually aluminum too, not all plastic. There's plastic arms up here, but it's aluminum. Center drive shaft looks pretty diesel. Out drives look pretty good, or the CVDs on this thing. Actually, I have some high hopes. Like the thickness on that shock shaft is pretty diesel. Yes. So quick look at the tires. They're actually pretty nice. I do like the way the rubber feels on these. I feel like they'll balloon, but not crazy, but enough to do some stunts. There are vents on the rim, but not the tire themselves. I do like that it has an aluminum insert on here, which is really, really nice. People say these are like just a bigger Kaiju tire. I never had a Kaiju, so I don't know. I kind of compare them to a Badland tread, pretty much, which is kind of I really like this kind of tread pattern. It's like Badland or backflips, but I don't like to run backflips. The ones that are on the beadlocks, they are way too heavy for me, especially for trucks like this, or even my Outcast that's all upgraded. They're too heavy. I think they create too much stress on the drivetrain. Even I now have an 800 kV in there. I know I put a lot of stress on it. I've only blown one diff in the Outcast, and that was just because I landed on throttle. I think those Badlands are too heavy for most trucks. I run them on my 12S DBXL, a little different, but I don't like to run those. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people like them. I just think they're too heavy. These I think are actually gonna be pretty nice. Hell yeah. All right, let me get them on. Boom, there it is with the body on. And this is next to the XRT. It sits a little higher than the XRT, which obviously it's a monster truck. I can put a whole fist under here and almost get a fist under here. But like I said, the way people are talking on how this handles, I feel like this is going to be a better comparison. But if you look, it's the interior. Come on. Sorry, I forgot that was 2 clips. I haven't ran this in forever. If you look, that's a Max 6 ESC, because I don't like traxxas ESCs. That is 100% a Max 6 ESC. And the fact that it comes with one out of the box, I think is a win for this. Who knows when we start running it, but it coming with one is pretty nice. Just rebrand it. but it is a Hobby Wing Max 6, no doubt in my mind. So if we compare the width, it's actually pretty much the same. If anything, the Redcat might be a smidge. No, I think they're actually pretty even width-wise. That's why I think this handles so well. Everybody says, at least. But it does have a little more ground clearance because obviously it's a monster truck. But I'm really thinking this is the way to compare this truck. I do love this truck. I did hear that people are having issues clearing batteries with this here. This right here. I think I might try to stand them up a different way because I really don't want to cut this or anything and make this weaker here. If anything, I'll make a spacer and lift this up just a little bit because I got some pretty big batteries. Watching guys' video and KGMs, it's like, come on Redcat, us 5th scale guys run 9,000, 10,000 mAh packs because they just take up a lot of juice and they need a little bigger pack. But I think if we stand it up on its side, it'll probably work. I do have a truck I have to run it like that. I forget what truck it is, and they're fine. So we'll see. I'm gonna get the batteries out now and test it because the 9 and 10,000s fit in these battery trays fine on the XRT. So I think that's a little nick against Redcat for that. But honestly, I think either way it'll be a good fix. I think eventually they're probably just gonna raise this up just a smidge and it'll be 100% fine. But all right, let me get my batteries out and see if we can make it fit in here without doing any modifications. Okay, so with them standing up like this, they actually fit perfect. I had to take the foam out of the back, but it's because the battery is so long. This is a 9,000 mAh. The only thing I would do is shave down this battery tray, like cut a notch in it just to clear these balance wires just so they don't rub through. So I'll just cut a little like a little hatch here, or like clear it out right here, and it's not going to hurt the battery tray. It'll just clear it so the batteries don't rub raw. But they actually fit absolutely perfect, and it's not hitting this piece here, and I think standing them up is the way to go. Like I said, I have another truck I have to run them like that, and they're fine. So that's a 9,000. Now these are the big packs. These are 10. Oh yeah, yeah, they fit like a charm, dude. And we still clear here. They don't go back and forth. Yeah, just stand your batteries up, guys. Stand them on the side, not flat. Again, I'm gonna cut each battery tray here. I'm gonna cut a little space out just so the balance leads don't rub, but fit like a charm, boys. Hell yeah. All right, so next thing is we're gonna get this thing on the bench. I'm gonna break it apart, thicken up the center diff. All right, guys, so I forgot to show how I took it apart. You gotta take the skid off and the front, or the rear. The rear is just 2 bolts and 2 bolts, and it pulls off pretty easy. But my center diff is actually leaking diff juice. So I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm gonna do 20 mil mixed with 1,000,000 because I don't think I have enough 20 mil. Maybe I'll break up an ear plug and put it in there too. And I'll put it back together. Boom. She's all back together. Sorry I didn't film wrenching. I forgot. I thought I hit record. I had to get up on the tripod and stuff, but I didn't. My bad. But it was actually pretty easy. Took probably 20 minutes. Sorry, GoPro died. That might have been why I didn't record. Yeah, so I was saying, took like 20 minutes. You take out the center skid, this rear skid, and then you pull off the rear. You get there's a screw on the top of here, and there's 2 screws on the top of the chassis here, and then 2 screws in the back, and the whole rear end pulls right out. And you pull out the center diff, and that's it. I packed it with 20 mil. I left the fluid they had in there. I was leaking. I did show you guys that, but I'm kind of sorry I didn't film it wrenching. Like I said, my GoPro did just die, so that might have been why I didn't record. But yeah, she's all back together. I soldered all my connectors, so we're good to go. Ruined the warranty, and then yeah, rear good. I love this body. It's kind of hard to line up, but so yeah, I'm gonna throw tires on and run it right now. You guys will see that run video in another video, but let's do it. Let's get her done. I'm gonna fire her up right now. Fingers crossed, she's a beast. Looks like it. So like and subscribe, follow along. I got things coming with this, some other projects. I have something to review for the side-by-side that was sent to me. Foam on the ceiling is going up. And once the roof heats up, the glue don't hold, so I have to prop it up with like my level to let it dry. But yeah, if I do first thing in the morning, it goes quick, but getting there. So like and subscribe, follow along, and I will catch you guys soon. This thing's sick.